Yeah. What time it is? Like,
Yeah.
12.
I took over.
Just took down to Minnesota, but ain't nothing small about this possible. When I thought it was gonna be over, I told my mama to move stop. I told her problems at the bottom, and now I'm solving them up top.
She want me to get crunk, y'all.
I came a long way from trying to rob the candy lady. Sorry, Miss J. I'm sorry, I was working hard for them snacks. Every time I got with my dogs, it was shaggy. Now I'm finally getting no sleep without trying to find a plug for them eggs. I didn't want to keep dodging bullets, trying to put a hole in one with no candy. 4 years is what they get a little polo sadly. I don't know why he robbed them for, but he taking it like a soldier. If you ask me, the only reason he's still sitting in there is because they sang on him like red. That's why. But it's crazy how he kept it two sided while the church folks backstab. Them judges just for walking on the grass too fast, kind of like standing. Why they don't want to see all the gangsters come and get saved? Cause they too manly. Why you sitting there looking like a deer stuck in them headlights? What you been? That's why I keep the armor of God around me while I'm in the water like Sandy.
I come from this swamp, so sometimes I act like an ogre.
Hey.
Go down, she gon' change like Fiona. Had to learn how to hide my pain, been wearing mask before the Rona. Tryna hop up in that water, you gon' find out that you drunk. I come and beating on my chest, I thought I told you I'm a soldier. I thought that drugs were nothing to pain, but it just made me colder. I guess my body temperature the same as
What's going on, everybody?
I got older.
That's how you go ahead and show the people that great morning, great morning.
Don't trust old girl, I should have took heed. She friendly with too many dudes, and that ain't what I need. Was a trench baby, now I got trust fund money for my little seed. My grandma died last year, but I still hear her voice in my sleep. When I signed my deal, I bought 3 cars and gave them to my partners. Kept riding around in my hoop, man, I love being modest. Man, I love being godless. Rebel plus I'm rowdy. In my section, they be catching murder charges like a hobby. And I be going through hella storms, but handle them like Kyrie. Urban, cause I'm swerving past them even when they found me. We the big 3, few and I how they beside me. All my circles linked together, kinda like an Audi. Only way that I survive the trenches, God allow me. That's why I say his name on every song.
You sharing light.
Me and all my brothers, me and all my brothers, me and all my brothers, same 5 different mothers. I got love for my brothers, through the mud here, tell me we the same way in public. We ain't changed for the money on my brothers. Sorry that they playing on my brothers. All I know is hustle through the struggle with my brothers. Keep that thing on shuffle cause you never know it's coming. Even when my life was bumming, then jumping on my brothers, my brothers.
My brothers, my brothers, my brothers, my brothers, my brothers, my brothers, my brothers.
And my brothers.
I was still sharing, y'all. My bad. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. There we go. Good morning, everybody. It's your girl
And your boy,
T
Tisdale.
Tisdale all day.
Erder.
And welcome to another episode of Kicking It with Teen
Tisdale.
Tisdale. I'm so glad that you are here with us. I see that we have some people joining in this morning. So great morning, sis. Our Minister Dominique. Hello. And of course, good morning from the Dartosh page. We are so glad that you are here. While you are here and while we are all getting in, getting situated, getting comfy, be sure that today's episode, I do want to have this disclaimer. Today's episode is it's a couples episode, I will have to say. And you know, normally on Covenant Conversations, matter of fact, we said it that last time, Covenant Conversations, when we had that little pop-up, that things was going to start to shift. And that's because God was shifting us in the whole Covenant Conversations on that Covenant Conversations platform. So yes, there will be a lot more conversations geared towards marriage. And because that's where God is shifting us, and in our conversation on that page is shifting towards marriage. Now, it is still an open and it's still public platform for, you know, even singles to come in. Because guess what? There are some people out there that are aspiring to be married. And so they, you know, there's some things that they want to learn, that there's the things they want to know. So today's episode is geared for that. So if you are a married couple, please go ahead, take this moment, Go grab your spouse, tag your spouse in the comments if they're on Facebook. Maybe y'all not in the same room, but y'all want to join on 2 different devices. Daryl and I do that all the time. So be sure that you jump in. Make sure you tag people. Go ahead and share it. So as the banner says, we welcome you. So this is a part of the welcome. We welcome you. We want you to be sure you share. That's that little square button on the side. And I don't like my husband not in the frame, y'all. Look, y'all. We having some technical. So a little bit technical. Some technicals this morning. But I like my husband in the frame. It just it does something for me when he's in the frame.
He is working. Look,
he is working.
I'm right here working and everything. And
I like it when my husband's in the frame though.
I'm right here just tagging people and everything. I know she like me in the frame and everything. I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be good.
Well, he do his thing. But be sure that you are hitting the share button. So it's a little button with a little arrow, okay? And so after you hit the share button, you want to be sure that you leave a comment. As you can see, we can see your comments. Let me show you some of the comments. As Daryl shows, we can see your comments. We can put them up here, like our sister telling us good morning, fam. We telling her good morning too.
I got proof.
And we got them on here. Look, we trying to get the hunters on here. Look, there's Dartosh is sitting there tagging folk and everything. Getting the Fraziers on here. So look, Team Robinson's on here. So we just want to be sure that you tag people. Be sure that you share. Let them know that you are here. Be sure you leave comments because we love seeing your comments. And today's topic is a comment worthy topic. I'm going to let you know that now. Today is a comment worthy. Is definitely need y'all to leave your comments. Definitely want y'all to interact. Yes, we need y'all to interact. So that's that kind of today's that kind of day, okay? And then also there's these colorful emojis, and I hope my husband is gonna be ready because his part is coming up.
Man,
the colorful emojis are on the side. The colorful emojis on the side. It's the like, it's the love, it's the heart.
I can't get my hands right.
It's the care, it's the wow, it's the laugh. And then of course we have the last two, which is the cry emoji and the mad emoji. And for those emojis, we're going to turn it over to our boy, none other than D to the max for the motivated moment.
I get a little banner thing, motivated to the moment. I just noticed that too. But look, we had the cry emoji, the angry emoji. Look, the cry emoji, like it's a happy tear. All right, we understand you might have a little sad every now and then, but we want to make that to a happy tear. And now your angry emojis and everything, really. So your angry emojis and everything. Look, you're not mad at us. All right. You're just mad at whatever situation is going on, whatever that's trying to stop you from doing the things for what God's trying to have you to do and everything like that. So that's from where that we're going to take the little sad, the crying emojis and that angry emoji. And that's is where we take it to the countdown, the 10-second countdown for where you take 10 seconds to detox to get all that negative vibe, bad stuff that you do not want up in that system whatsoever, from where we can keep on moving and grooving and keeping things up and going for the kingdom of God and also for yourself. Because you know what? Look, do it for yourself sometimes, because sometimes you got to take that breather.
Yep.
All right, you got to take the breather. Look, man, I'm not licensed and everything, but look, mandatory. Take a breather. Mandatory. All right, but here we go. Here go your 10-second countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we like to just cast that thing, a baseball back in, so I get to hit it out there. It's going. No, my wife, she went in the abyss and never to return.
Of course.
I'm in the sin forgiveness, and it can just burn up right there too. So but guess what? I don't see it no more. So what? So then look, take this time, take your breather, and also like look. Just know, man, look, and I gotta put this in. I always gotta put a little twist into it, just to also know that you are worthy.
Yes, I like that.
You are worthy.
Yes.
All right, that is it for Motivated to the Max. The moments. I'm getting used to all this stuff right here. You know?
That is funny to me. And after the motivated moment, of course, we cannot forget our support Saturday sponsors. And I love how the music came in right there. Our support Saturday sponsors. Y'all, look, we have to give God glory for what he is doing for Kicking It with Team Tisdale and with these support Saturday sponsors. Okay, great morning, family. And so it is our honor to sit here and shout out these amazing support Saturday sponsors. Of course, we want to start with none other than Team Hunter with Joel Creations. Yes, y'all can look. If you are in need of a customized bracelet,
I ain't wearing mine today, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't wear mine either.
I gotta get a red one.
However, I was at work and I was thinking about something, so I'll be in contact with y'all. So I was thinking about something. I was.
You always thinking about something.
I was.
And I'll find out later.
Yeah, you will. So it's Joel Creations. You go to joelcreations.com. They have an amazing website with a whole bunch of custom-made jewelry. And when I mean custom-made, custom-made. So, okay, wait a minute. Oh, wow, okay. They got an event going on. Of course, we got to share that. And so,
go vote!
But if you have some custom-made jewelry that you want, like you got certain colors, or if you just like a really good, nice-looking bracelet that doesn't look like everything else that you see out here on the market, then go to Joel Creations. They got amazing, and I do mean some amazing sales going on, but the sales are just kind of just what they do because they love their customers. But it's worth every single penny. I mean, every single penny that you pay for these bracelets, y'all. Darren and I didn't get to wear our bracelets today, but like they know our favorite colors are purple and blue, and they have made us 2 really nice custom-made blue and purple bracelets. Now it's time for us to explore some other colors. We need. I need
something y'all got on there called fire. I need some fire. That green too. I'm trying to mix in some green too.
Yeah, I love. They got some black ones. They got some. If y'all like into aromatherapy, they even got some aromatherapy bracelets. Those are really, really cool. The beads are able to soak up the essential oils and everything. They got they look like
I need that.
Look like fruit, not Fruity Pebbles. What is that cereal? It's not Fruity Pebbles. It looks like, okay, they look like Kicks. All right, I'll put it like that. But they got the little holes in them, right? They're porous. Yes, it's let y'all know good. Your girl's educated, okay? So they got they're porous, right? So what you do is that you Fruit Loops.
Thank you.
And then what you do is you take the essential oil and you drip it, or you can soak it a little bit into the bracelet, into the beads, right? And then you can walk around with those, on. So let's say if you had a headache, peppermint oil is a great peppermint, and I want to say eucalyptus are great essential oils for headaches. They help that out. If you need something that's calming, like if you're having issues with sleeping at night, you definitely want to diffuse right in the bracelet. Yeah, there's diffusion right in the bracelet. If you have like issues with sleeping at night or relaxing or staying calm, lavender is a great essential oil for that. And there's plenty of others essential oils, but you can literally put it in your bracelet. And like my sister said, you can walk around with your own diffuser on you, on a daily basis. So you definitely want to do that. Y'all, of course, we love y'all too. And then, of course, here's the website once again, joelcreations.com. And while we're with Team Hunter, look, Team Hunter lives in the New Jersey area up in Woodbury. And guess what? Their son is running for mayor. Come on now. And so we want you, if you are out there in the New Jersey area, we're not telling you who to vote for because that's something we cannot do. We want to be, we cannot do that. We really can't. We can't tell them who to vote for. However, we can tell you that he is a candidate, and there's some other candidates as well. So, but
We just said go register to
yeah,
vote.
we
Register
go
to vote.
register to vote.
Register.
They're hosting a voter registration drive for the mayor candidate of Woodbury. Their son Jared Hunter stopped by to show some love. So you might look when you go register to vote. You might go to see the mayor, mayor candidate, mayoral candidate Jared Hunter, and y'all. There's some other candidates too, but be sure that you get to know all of them. We have to be fair, Daryl. Get information. Daryl,
I'm just being honest. I don't know.
Yeah. Be sure that you get the information, from all the candidates.
Yes. You can make your decision who you want to vote for. You know, we can't, like we say, we can't be biased and everything.
No, we can't.
I mean, but I'm just saying, get your information. Go look, and also, your man, use that time to gain your access to be able to vote. You know what I'm saying? Get your access to be able to, if you're not registered to go. I mean, my young people, because we know we got young people on here watching. Yeah, if you're at the age where you can go register to vote, take this chance. Look, take this time. Go register to vote and everything, so then you can be in there and be ready to look. I voted. My vote counts for something. Look, it counts for something.
Well, see, Sister Love, you can be biased. You his mama.
Look, she said she biased. Look,
that's his mama.
And that's my sister. And that's my brother. I'm biased. Amen. I get to be biased a little bit. Amen.
Anyway,
love show up. Y'all know love
shows up. So look, y'all, this is Jared's mom and dad. Look, if you see the cute couple right in this bubble, that's his mom and dad. And they look, they are an awesome couple. We love Team Hunter. And so look, y'all be sure if y'all up there in the Woodbury area.
If your vote didn't count, come on, look.
And she said if your vote didn't count, they wouldn't do so much to try and make it not count.
Come on, see that?
See
that? See, she always come in the right
She's a wordsmith for a reason, y'all.
That's right, because definitely whenever I say something, I might fluff it up somewhere, then she come in and fix it.
And just a reminder to Daryl and everybody that's on
I'm not going to behave.
He needs to behave. His sister told him to behave.
I'm going to try. I'm going to try.
His big sister told him to behave.
Amen. Now, sis, I'm being honest with you. I'm going to try. That's funny. No bias or nothing. I'm being honest.
Funny to me.
I'm gonna try.
So let's give it up once again for NoCreations.com. Yeah. All right. Look, y'all. This is funny. Yeah, this is funny to me.
This is like
next up is none other than our publishing company. Not our publisher, but it's our publisher. Our publisher, but it's her publishing company. My bad. Oh, our publisher, Fiery Beacon Publishing House LLC.
I'm gonna go over here. Look, I'm gonna go over here.
You know what?
She fixed that.
I fixed it though. I fixed it.
I
fixed it. It's not our publishing company, but it is our publisher with none other than the amazing team with Pastor Brandy Rojas.
Look, see, look, even Pastor. That ain't me.
No, I've been told not to take on things that are not mine, being a publisher is not mine. But we do have a publisher, okay? And it is, of course, Fiery Beacon Publishing House LLC with none other than the amazing Firelit Nation team, okay? That consists of Pastor Brandy Rojas, Deshauna Smith, Shakira Green, and there's two amazing interns that I can't pronounce their names yet.
It's not here.
But this is gonna be, y'all, we need this laugh before because this show gonna be intense. Okay.
Look, I'm gonna put it on out there. You said it, not me. No shame whatsoever.
Oh man. But y'all, if you have a story brewing inside of you and you just said, you know what, I need to get this story out. I don't know who to go to. I don't know where to begin on writing a story. Click on and look. If you're in the comments, you can actually click on. Do it after the show though, but you can click it. Click on that link, Fiery Beacon Publishing House LLC. It'll take you to their Okay, I'm gonna try. Is it Janeria? Janari?
Look, this is what we're
Those are the
trying to read.
interns. I know I can say Janice. That's my little sister's name. I can say Janice. Is that first one name? I want to say. Oh, I don't want to mess your name up, babe. Janeria, Janira. I'm sorry, I can't.
Let's see, I'm just looking down, right?
Yeah, Janira. I think it's pronounced Janira.
Yeah, probably.
I believe it's Janira. You know, I'm a teacher, y'all. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna go home and be like sitting there trying to pronounce his name. The whole educator in me now sitting here like. But yes, but these are the two beautiful interns that are also a part of the Fire Lit Nation team. And look, y'all, when I tell you that team is amazing,
yes,
they will help you get your story out. They will help birth your vision. Oh man, that's so funny. But if you have a story that you need to get out, like for real, if you got a story you need to get out, you got poetry, a children's book, whatever it is, whatever story you want to get out, you need to birth it, you need to get it out your system. Fiery Beacon is the way to go. God has blessed us to become authors with Fiery Beacon. I did it first. I jumped out first and did it. And then Daryl turned around and did it this past year. And we are enjoying the ride of being Team Tisdale, the authors. And so it's really interesting. And we have Fiery Beacon to thank for that. We have their amazing team that literally it came together. And when my husband to say, when both of us can say, when we was ready to throw in the towel and say, you know what, this ain't for us, that we don't want to do this. Janira. Okay, Janira. Thank you.
I'm promising you, she's gonna try to take that name, go home and dissect it so she can make sure she got it right.
I was.
And then I had to look
at
her.
Y'all know me. I am an educator at heart.
Then I had to look at her doing a basketball game, her trying to figure out this name. I said, look. And then go from there.
So, that's my Janira. Wife. Thank you. Thank you, Pastor. Oh, he's awesome. Y'all, there we go. There we go. Look, we just awesome sauce. That's what I'm talking about, Janira. So we want to shout them out. We thank you so much for that. But they have really helped us really embrace authorship. Yeah. We both can say that, when we started out, this is Daryl's first time. But for me, I've done it 3 times with Fiery Beacon. And I would say the first 2 times I didn't take it seriously. This time I am. And I am excited about having them as part of our Support Saturday sponsor. I'm excited having them a part of the Team Tisdale team. And it's just, it's a blessing.
I was
really
excited. Y'all was able to get my story out, like me, like putting it on paper. Then y'all just like, okay, this is really what you were trying to say. Bet that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and one thing our Pastor Brandy had said, she was like, so many people have a story, but they don't have the words. Like they know their story, but they don't know how to put it to words. They have ghostwriting services for that. They have, maybe you don't know how, you don't know how to do your book cover. Guess what? They have services for that.
True.
They are the only, as so far, they are the only documented publishing house that offers a space for their writers to come write. Yes, y'all, they have a whole wing called the Ink Lab room, right? In this space, you can go as an author, you can go in there and write your story, you can start a podcast, and you can start your merch line all in the same space. And what publishing house do that? What publishing house helps you say, you know what? You can market your book. There's multiple streams of income
I don't know
that
about
can come from one book. And I'm just like, wow. And not only can it come from one book, you can do a series of books. And it can all come from Fiery Beacon Publishing House, LLC. So be sure that you go to their website, which is Fiery Beacon Publishing House, I think LLC.com. You want to go there. And if it's not right, you can also go to their Facebook page. It's more like, oh, Janira. Oh, okay, cool. Got it. Janira, like draw nearer. I got you. Okay, Janira. Boom. What?
Do y'all see?
Educators, y'all get the whole association
Do
thing.
y'all see what I put up with? This is proof right here, live on what I put up with at home. I can't get it. What's the name?
And I find word association. I do word association.
Thank you, Pastor O, because I tell you, she was gonna dissect this thing like we was in science class or something, and she was gonna get it right. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Exactly. You can look at me like that all you want to.
Okay, it's all right. I know. I accept my nerdness.
I'm glad you do.
And he's the principal.
Right. That's why I don't want to be in the office. I'm just gonna exit right. Like I'm gone.
I mean, I'm just saying, the educator in me, I would, but that's what I do. I do word.
And there's another educator on here too, which Patrice is on here.
It's
another. So I mean,
shout out to the educators.
All you educators, Lord have mercy.
Shout out to y'all, because look, even Pastor, look, we talk about Fire Beacon and words. You know, this is a perfect word thing. We're talking about Fiery Beacon.
This should have been about
this
words.
This was a word and
today,
a name.
Today live should have been about words.
It is technically.
How you use your words. Dang,
come on, how to use your words.
I'm not gonna do that though, but
that sounds like a message. Somebody's message.
I'm not gonna deliver it though, but you know. Cause my words be all jumping up every now and then. And I gotta be good. God still working on me because I still be using some other words I ain't supposed to be using sometimes. Like, whoa, hold up. Let me back up.
Really?
Let me back up.
But look, y'all got a book, go to Fire Beacon. You want to buy a book, go to Fire Beacon. Need some graphics, or go to you cut up. Definitely come to us. Definitely come to us.
I mean,
my bad. My bad.
I got Build It Again on sale. I mean,
we do.
Really?
We got Build It Again on deck. We do.
I'm trying to get through this.
You know,
and it's hot in here. It's hot. I mean, it feels great in the building, but I'm just hot. So Jesus help. That's all I can say. Right.
But y'all check out Fire Beacon Publishing House LLC. Let them know the Team Tisdale sent you, okay? Next up, last but not least, of course, we do our sales because our show sponsors this.
I mean,
and of course, we got all these other sponsors.
2 more really, so
we do.
You know, yeah, well, you know, it's us, and then we got express.
Oh, yes, right. Express yourself.
We got them.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Because they be coming in all the time, representing everything. I mean, plus actually we have 3 because it's us. Express yourself, and then maximize the life family worship center. But I'm trying to get through this, guys. I'm trying to.
Yeah,
but then
you trying to say I'm taking too long?
No, I'm not saying that at all. But
I was just making sure.
You trying to get to the meat potatoes and everything.
Expressions LLC. Y'all be sure that y'all check them out for Express Yourself Live. If you are an artist, if you do poetry, you do art, all of those fun things. You want to be sure, or you're a vendor, be sure that you check them out. It's ran by none other than the amazing Team Harris, which is Mr. Myron and Miss Patrice Harris. Okay. And they're actually on here right now. Hi, y'all. Hey, fam. And we want to shout y'all out. Look, we just found out that yesterday that this month's showing Express Yourself Live has been postponed until April. So be sure if you got your ticket, no worries. no worries. Just hold on to it and then wait for the April
Actually,
showing.
it gives you a more chance to like be able to like to get up some more stuff for what you. Because then if you want to be a vendor, they got a spot for you can be a vendor. So that's actually giving people time to say, hey, I might got some candles or something to sell, or I might got some cake balls I had last time. Oh my god!
Yes.
Make sure that person come back. But then like it is a perfect chance for us to all come together. It's great fun, great laugh. It's clean. It's clean,
and
great fun,
uplifting,
great uplifting, inspirational. I mean, the vibe. Look, I was at home and I was listening to some of it from at home. That's not telling y'all to try to say, "Oh, we can watch from home." No, I had special privilege. I was at home because something happened.
Yeah,
and so. There you go. Yes. On April the 22nd. So make sure you got if you got your tickets, cool. They got you. You covered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you will receive email with details. But look, if you got your tickets, hold on to them because they're still gonna be good for April. If you haven't bought your tickets, that means hey, you have no excuse. You have more time to get your tickets
and get it early.
Get it early. And I mean, like it's a blast. I'm trying to tell you, it is a blast. Well, like I said, from whenever my wife went, and I wasn't able to come, but I heard some of it like in the background from her and everything. I was like, dang it.
And if for those who want, so what's the dress code? I mean, you can come as you are, but normally with an evening like that, it is a grown and sexy. So yes, look, y'all, look us. We love Jesus. We love the Lord, but we come grown and sexy. Okay, we can be grown and sexy, and so. And you can do it and still be saved and still love the Lord and still be covered. I mean, I'm not telling you to come out and go pull your dress out from from back in the day. I'm not telling you to do that kind of sexy. You keep that sexy at the house, but you can still come out and look nice and come dressed up. If you're going to do jeans, dress up jeans. If you don't come in sweatpants. That's
like me.
Don't do the sweatpants.
Don't do the damn.
But if you're gonna do jeans, come dress up in jeans. I wore jeans the first time I went, but I dressed it up with a nice pair of shoes and a really, really pretty, really grown sexy shirt. I will say that. Yeah. That shirt was a little sexy. Yeah. So
I let her out the house too. That was the funny part. Continue.
But
don't stop.
You look like you was having a reflective moment.
I was in a way.
You look like you was reflecting.
I was.
And so but yeah,
what's
so
good,
be
bro?
sure, hey Sam, that you be sure that you get your grown and sexy on. Get like Daryl said, if you want to be an artist that's on the lineup. Thank you, sis. You are cute too, okay? And so, if you want to be an artist, you want to definitely go to expressionsllc.com and be sure that you sign up there. That's where you can find out where you get your tickets. That's also where you can sign up and find out how to be a vendor and how to be on the show. Okay. All right. Like, yo, we gotta shout. Look, real quick before we get to our favorite place of worship. Our other favorite place of worship, our covenant partner is on the show with us live. Y'all, can y'all everybody give a big shout out to Overseer Farmer and Pastor Deidre Farmer for Total Outreach Ministries. I got it.
Yes.
Y'all be sure that you shout y'all real quick in the comments. I need y'all to put some fire flames, do some blue hearts because their colors are blue and black. Be sure you put some blue hearts in the comments. You can even do blue and black hearts, but just go ahead. We gotta stop real quick and then show them some love. The same kind of love that we show some Max Life, and we know Max Life, y'all will show this. This is one of our covenant partners. Y'all show them some love. I need to see some comment. I need to see. Look,
that's straight fam, right? That's
yeah,
fam
that is
right
fam.
There.
And look, Overseer Farmer just celebrated 19 years, y'all, in ministry. 19 years. Y'all, do you know that's as long as me and Daryl been married?
Lord. True.
It's
True.
like
man.
literally a whole 19 years. 19 years ago, I was still in high school.
And oversee if you can put the church address and stuff on there as well. I mean, look, we're all about representing.
Yes.
We're all about sharing. You know, you may not can't make it here to the great city of Greensboro. You may be living in the city of Winston-Salem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, we know places of where you can go.
Right.
You know
we
what
know
I'm saying?
places.
Like, we know you got Max Lightfield, you got Total, you know, you got I like to call him Tom. You know, Tom. You know, you got KMC and High Point. You know, you got Tom. Look, I mean, look, we know
There's
some
two places here.
It's
We
two
got
places in
us
Jimbo,
and the
right?
well.
Yeah,
The well's
see,
on the.
yeah,
If you on this side, if you over here on the east side, you can come to Max side. You over there on the south side, you can go to the well.
Yo, put y'all addresses in, because you know, so we all about support. We all about, you know, sharing y'all information as well.
Yeah.
Because you know, yo, we family. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And I love it. You know what I'm saying? Because him right there, overseer, that is my whoa.
Yeah.
Him and Pastor O, those are like woo. I know if I do something wrong, I know they'll get me. But then the same token, you know what I'm saying, they'll get me in the way from where like they're not beating you down, but like, it's showing love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love about them so much. Like, cause I know I make mistakes.
Yes.
I make plenty of mistakes. But then they don't, you know, they're not trying to like to shut you down. It's like, you know, they're not trying to like shut you down, make you feel bad about
transformation.
You. See that
total.
See that?
I got
look
excited.
at you. And then look, and then he put in KMC right there for High Point.
Yes.
He put them all up in there. So look, those are like some of the churches right there to look.
Those are our covenant partners.
The covenant partner, if you not in, you know, close to where we at, look. The other places right there in Winston-Salem, High Point. I think there's another one here in G-Boro as well. The well. Yeah. So
with pastors Ronnie and Tamika Owens.
Yeah, Pastor Owens. Yeah, okay. I ain't trying to mess
Pastor
up.
Ronnie and Pastor Tamika.
I ain't trying to mess up nothing. Y'all pray for me. She said it, and I'm gonna stick with it. So, yeah. And I'm so jittery because it's an honor when you see like the covenant churches come on.
Yes,
it's an honor for us. That's why I'm so jittery. Because you're like, oh my God, they got it. Oh my God. Just like when you see our pastor come out and say, oh my God, they watch.
Yes.
They know I don't be on best behavior. They know. They know. And then obviously, even he knows me too. He know that I'm gonna cut a fool every now and then.
They are fully
aware. I remember well, Pastor said, like, you ain't the same, and you ain't laughing and cutting up. I said, okay, cool. I feel great now because they accept me for cutting up. Hallelujah. Because some places they don't want you to cut up. I've been saying.
And since we're talking about our covenant partners, let's talk about our covering, none other than Maximizing Life Family Worship Center, home of the Max Life Church here in Greensboro, North Carolina. As we told you, it's one of the amazing covenant fellowships that are with all these other churches, all these amazing churches that are here. You know, we got Transformation Outreach, Tom, aka Tom. We got KMC, Kingdom Minded Citizens. We got The Well with Pastor Ronnie and Pastor Tamika. And of course, there's Apostle Janelle McIver. And of course, our pastors, Pastor Omar and Pastor Brandy Rojas. Y'all, and Pastor Omar is actually on here right now. And so we want to give a big shout out to our amazing servant leaders. Our Sister Love said something earlier about our pastors, and I'll see if I can find it. There it is, right there. We love and appreciate y'all, our pastors, Max Life, period. Okay? And so we do. We love our leaders. We love all our leaders, our covenant leaders as well. We love all of y'all.
Look, she on there too.
Who?
Pastor Tamika.
Hey, Pastor Tamika.
Keep showing. She in the new comments.
Hey, that shit. Wait. Hey, y'all. Hey, Pastor Tamika. And then, like I said, she put up The Well. Yes. But y'all, we are so excited.
I put your address on there.
There it is. It's right there.
There it is. There you go. We want to leave y'all out too.
Yes.
Y'all part of that too. Yeah. We don't want to leave.
Yeah, we'll make sure that everybody covered. And of course, Max Life is at 2902 East Market Street, Greensboro, North Carolina, 27405. So look, if you are looking for a place of worship and you're not sure where to go, there is 4 churches right cheer on the chat. We
And
got
look-
Max Life, we got Total Transformation Outreach, we got The Well, and we got KMC. I'm
Right.
just saying, jump in. You have no excuse not to get under an amazing Bible teaching church that literally loves the Lord. And when I say we love the Lord, we love the Lord, and we don't just say we love it; we show it. And as we,
And I'm gonna say,
go ahead.
this too. We're not just doing it try to hustle anybody to go on to church.
No,
The proof is in
the
in the
pudding.
word. No,
Yes.
the proof is in the word.
Yeah, it is.
And so when you talking about like, oh, they didn't say this a hybrid. Nah, look, bet. Go to one of these churches, and I guarantee you will feel the love of God and the love of the people in each and every one of these churches.
Yes.
But this is straight off the bat. Because from whenever I done met these great leaders and everything, they're all the same.
Yes.
They're all they're all the same. They love the Lord, and they say, look, we are here to work as togetherness, right? So we're not trying to hustle nobody, try to say, oh, go to church or like that. Nah, the proof is in the word right there. So you know what I'm saying? Like, look, don't take our word for it, try it out for yourself.
Try it out for yourself. Try it out for yourself. Disclaimer.
Right, we are in covenant, not in competition. Thank you.
We are in covenant, not in competition. But disclaimer, Team Tisdale and all the pastors here and all the members of each of these churches are not responsible what happens once you cross the threshold. We just get you there. You get in there. But once you cross the threshold, the whole experience is between you and God.
That's it.
I just say come with an open heart, come with an open mind, and allow God to have his way. That's what I personally say. And
that's it. Like I said, and it's an honor to have all of the covenant churches.
Yeah, that's really dope.
It is a real honor, for us. I mean, y'all may be like, oh, shucks, whatever. No,
it's an honor for us.
because of the fact of the matter is, like, when you all are on here, you got nice, right? From when you guys are on here and everything, that shows that not only, to me, it showed that you trust us and that you trust us for what we are doing here.
Yeah.
And so I take that as a true honor. I'm not trying to have a cry moment or anything like that. But I mean, that just warms up my heart, because like, wow, like they actually trust us from whatever we can actually mention their name and say like, hey, if you don't come to Massachusetts Hood, you got KMC over here, you have the Well over here, like you have all these other churches and stuff that's over here to say like, look, like let's just point you in the right direction. Mm-hmm. And and I consider that an honor that we're able to do that here, and that you actually giving us permission to do that. I feel that an honor, and so I ain't trying to make nobody cry. None of that. I'm just getting off when
I did it. I tightened up though.
That's right. Tighten up.
Had a second. That took a second.
But yeah, but definitely, and then like what our pastor has said, look, we're in covenant, not in competition. Because honestly, if you think about it, no matter which church that you even go to or like that, like, yo, we're all right there together.
We are.
We are all right there together.
Right.
We may be at different edges, but we're all believing in one God. We're believing in the same word, and we're able to move forward.
Yes.
So I consider us as one right there.
Yes.
You look about how like the Matrix is, like there is one, like I mean, like how Neo was the one, like God is the one.
Right. That whole part.
You look at it just like that.
That whole part.
So yeah, I mean, it's a great honor for you guys to be on here. I mean, and I didn't even have a chance to meet Pastor Owen. So it's great to meet you online. I will probably talk to you one-on-one one day. It's a great honor to even talk to you one-on-one right now.
Yeah, Pastor Tamika is super duper sweet. And so is Pastor Ronnie.
Like I heard Pastor Ronnie preach though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was there.
Yeah. You were there.
Yeah, I was there. Okay,
you were there. You might didn't get to meet him in person, up close and personal. But yeah, you got to experience the preaching of Pastor Ronnie.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you were there. You were there.
Yes.
You were there.
So if y'all don't even know Pastor Owen, I'm the one that was in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
I'm the one that was in the wheelchair.
I love like I'm the one in the wheelchair.
I'm the one that was in the wheelchair.
No other, no attribute, no other. I'm not the silly one. I'm not the one that sits in the background. I'm the one in the wheelchair.
Right, I'm just that one. See, look, and overseer, look, I'm just that one in the back.
he
I
associated
the one who
himself.
was yelling too much. How about keep going and everything? That was me. That probably was me.
You could have said that one first.
Look,
Could have went. I'm the one hollering. I'm the one that's, when Pastor O be talking about, I'm that Daryl that he be talking to during the sermon, things like that. The one to be shouting out the other stuff. She said, yeah, because she said, I waved goodbye to you because I was on the floor in the back.
Right. Okay. Yes. Lord Jesus. This is making it easier for what we're supposed to be talking about today. Wow. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Yes. I'm assuming I love you, your wife.
We love y'all too.
Y'all, I love all
man,
y'all.
This is funny.
Y'all can sit right there and then we'll laugh. With that laugh is so free. It ain't gotta be fake or nothing like that. Like, nah, ain't none of that.
No,
it's one of those ones is like, yo, this is real. This is real, man. Yes, I'm that person. So,
it's him.
It's me.
I'm just still.
I can say it's me.
It was the wheelchair for me. I'm the guy in the wheelchair.
I'm the one like keep going. You understand? Look, I got time. Look, I know we was at overseer thing, and then the guest speaker. I said I got time.
Dr. Mercer.
Right, I said I got time. Look, I'm good. I'm good. Then like everybody like we gotta go to work in the morning. I mean, I gotta do a live in the morning, but still, I'm good.
For those, any of our covenant partners, if you need a hype man,
I'm there. I got you. No problem. It would be an honor. No problem.
He'll be honored to hype you up during the sermon.
No problem whatsoever.
He'll throw his 2 cents in there and everything.
And I'm gonna be the one to say hashtag pray for me. That's
him. That's him all day. That's him all day. So let's look, y'all. So as we said, y'all, there is plenty of places to come worship. There's plenty of servant leaders amazing servant leaders on here that love God. I mean, they love him and they love his people. Yeah. And they will go above and beyond to make sure the glory of God is done. Okay. We have seen these people and see these amazing people in action, and we are just blessed. Like Daryl said, we are blessed to serve, not just serve under them, but we are blessed to serve with them. So can we please give a shout out to all the covenant partners? Of course, our favorite place of worship. Shout out to each and every one of you and all the amazing servant leaders that serve. We love y'all so much. And so let's kind of go into the meat and of it. And we're going to try to keep it short and sweet. Try. Keep it short and sweet. But I love that what we just did, talking about our covenant partners, talking about our covenant churches, and talking about these other amazing servant leaders kind of really goes into what our next topic is a topic that's we're going to talk about today. And I just put it in the chat, in the comments, and there we go. The importance of intimacy. And so as we go into this, and before we get right all the way into it, God has been, y'all, my phone cutting up. God has been started dealing with me about intimacy actually back around Valentine's Day. And it was, I want to say I was riding around and I was thinking about, something to do for me and my husband for Valentine's Day. And God turned around, how things come up, Valentine's Day tends to, I know I'll say for Team Tisdale, Valentine's Day usually fell on an off week as far as with our pay schedule. And it fell on an off week. So we would, normally celebrate after the holiday was over. And we, catch the good half price sales for the Valentine's Day stuff. Or we'll just do something together. It's been a long time since I don't think this was the first year. The second year. No, this was the second year that we were blessed. God has blessed us to be able to do something on the actual holiday. And so, and that's what we did. We celebrated in our own Team Tisdale kind of way. And I was out and about getting some things together, and God started dealing with me about intimacy. And I was like, okay, Lord. And the stuff he was downloading to me was not what you think. Okay. And it even shocked me. And I started talking to Daryl about it. And we've been talking about it for the last few weeks. It was supposed to have been a live that we would have done back in February, but it didn't work out that way. And so I want to say last weekend, shout out to Team Hunter for Intentional Intimacy Marriage Ministry.
Right.
They actually started talking about intimacy in a different kind of way. And what they was talking about as far as with a husband and wife is that you have to be intentional about learning each other. You have to be intentional about, especially if y'all been married for a while, there are some things that y'all did in the beginning of your marriage that you may not be able to do now. There are some new things that you might didn't do in the beginning of your marriage that you want to do now. But you have to be able to communicate that, right? Well, let's take this a step further. Well, God actually took it a step further.
Mm-hmm.
He told me that intimacy is more than what happens in the bedroom.
Right.
Intimacy is more than touching, it's more than kissing, it's more than hugging, it's more than physical. It's not just physical, it's more to intimacy. And so today, and like I said, during that time, he's like the importance of it, of having an intimate relationship with your significant other. It is the same importance, if not more, that you have with him. You have to have that intimate relationship with God. So let's since we're going there, let's back up a little bit. Let me slow down. I just want to kind of give y'all what's going to be talking about, and this may end up being more than one conversation. Okay.
Part two.
And so the definition of intimacy is a close familiarity or friendship or closeness, a private, cozy atmosphere, such as like like you might go to a jazz club and there's an intimate atmosphere, things like that, or an intimate act, especially sexual intercourse, which we all knew that part, right? But I want to kind of deal with the first part of the definition where it says that it is a close familiarity or friendship. And a lot of times we take the latter part of the definition of intimacy and make that the big thing, right? That, when we talk about if somebody sit there and say, oh, I'm intimate with you, the first thing that comes to people's mind is that you're having sex with them. And that is not necessarily the case. Right. I can say, I mean, honestly, we sit there thinking about, I am intimate with God. Doesn't mean I'm having a sexual relationship with him, but I know him. And one thing I love with Pastor Brandy, God broke down the word intimacy, and broke it down into me see. And I'm gonna type that in the comments so y'all can see what I'm saying. So intimacy, when you break it down, is in to me see. There we go. Into me see. And that is what God wants us to be with when we're intimate. But it's the same thing with our relationships, y'all. Right. And you want that person to see into you. You want you want to be able to see into that person. You want to be able to know that person both physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, not just physically. Like a lot, and I mean, a lot of us, it's not just you, it's me too. I had it confused. Right. That intimacy was, when I say I'm intimate, I thought it was just a physical thing, and it's not. Intimacy is literally there. I read an article, excuse me, and in the article, it was saying, oh, sorry, y'all, I got hiccups. In the article, it's saying there's 5 different ways to be intimate. You can be intimate emotionally, you can be intimate physically, intellectually, spiritually, and emotionally, right? Mm-hmm. And so I was like, wow. And I didn't get to finish reading all the article, but it was saying it, and I'm planning to go back and finish reading it. That's why I said it may have to be a part 2. Right. And because I think that's what God was dealing with me about with enemy, about how important it is, but the different ways to connect. And so, like with us, as I was getting these Valentine's Day gifts, God was showing me, okay, you're connected. Not only, yes, you're going to connect with your husband, of course, physically, right? But you're also going to connect with him emotionally, because the gift that you're getting, you thought about him and you got something that he likes. You're going to connect with him mentally because y'all going to sit and have conversation.
Right.
You're going to talk. You're going to learn new things about each other.
Mhm.
You're going to connect to him spiritually. Why? Because you pray for him. You keep him covered. You're gonna, you're praying that you praying that God shows you new ways for y'all to connect outside of the physical and outside of what you already know. One thing I love about this definition is that it says it's close familiarity. But the thing about intimacy or being intimacy is that you can't stay in the familiar place.
Right.
You can't. If you are going to be intimate with someone, or especially husband and wives, if y'all going to be intimate with one another, you have to be willing to come out of the familiar place. You have to be willing to step out of what you think you know about your spouse. Yes, you might have known that about them back in the day. Oh, disclaimer: we are not marriage counselors. I forgot to give the covenant conversation disclaimer. We are not married. We are not licensed marriage counselors. We are not therapists or any of that. We're not life coaches, none of that. We are two people who love the Lord, who've been married for a long time, that been through a lot, that God is using what we went through as a way to set for as a foundation of this platform. With that disclaimer said, we can't get familiar. We can't get stuck in a familiar place. What happened, and Team Hunter said it so beautifully that Friday night. They've been married now, I want to say 27 years, right? What they did in their relationship outside of the physical, what they done in their relationship 27 years ago may not be the same today. Right. Darren and I have been married for almost 18 years as of May. And there's things that we did when we were 19 and 21 that we can't do now that we're almost 40. You know what I'm saying? And so the way that I connected with him then may not be the same way I can connect now. The way that he connected to me then may not be the way he can connect to me now. There's things that we have matured in our relationship. We were young. We were teenagers, literally teenagers when we got together. And so the teeny bopper, lovey-dovey things that we did then to get each other's attention, we're almost 40. We can't be teeny boppers now. That little teeny bopper stuff, your relationship, it has to mature. It can't be, okay, well, I bought her, example. My husband knows I love flowers, right? He knows that roses are my favorite, and like carnations are right there in second, right? My husband can't sit there and say, like back in the day, he might not couldn't be able to get roses, things of that nature, or carnations. So he might have settled for tulips. I still was appreciative because he thought about me when we got flowers, right? But here we are years later, and I'm still getting tulips.
Right.
Why? When am I going to get roses? When are we going to mature to the roses? Things like that. Tulips. If for those who garden, tulips don't last that long. Even when you get even if you get a bouquet of tulips, they don't last long like roses. They don't last long like carnations. And if I want them to stay around for a while, my husband and he knows I like flowers or fresh flowers. He's going to have to know, okay, well, I did the tulips because this is all I can afford. Now that I know my wife loves roses, and I have discovered that maybe back then, let me back up. Maybe back then he didn't know. He just knew I love flowers. He knew I love roses. But now that he knows I love roses and he know I love carnations, then his gifting of flowers should reflect that. If that makes sense. Back in the day,
Sometimes I still change it up on her.
He does. He does change it up. He loves changing it up.
Just like this last one.
Right. You did. You changed it up. But even when you change it up, you have a reason behind it. Mm-hmm. So and it also depends on the on the occasion. So it's not, now you're not just getting flowers because I love flowers. You're getting flowers with a meaning. Mm-hmm. Like for Valentine's Day, Daryl blessed me with flowers that were called the happy flowers.
They were happy flowers, yeah.
Yeah, they were the happy flowers.
There was different color flowers. Mm-hmm. It was like one was like yellow, then you had blue, you had orange, and pink. I mean, it was like purple. I mean, it was different color flowers. So like the reason why I got the flower, because like the happy flower, because it was bringing like the happiness that I haven't seen like in years for her. And so then I said, like, and normally I would have been like, oh, well, let me try to get her some roses and everything like that. But then God said, no, change it up, get these right here instead, because all the different colors and everything that is on this flower, that's showing the difference in renewal that was coming out of her. And so, sometimes like we could be like, oh, well, I want roses, or do you be stuck on getting roses? Well, maybe sometimes you don't need the roses, just because sometimes the old thing will make you think about the past. Yeah. So let's talk about the new, as I like to say. Let's talk about this new right here. Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead and get these different color flowers right here, because like now each of these colors right here is like it's something different. Mm-hmm. So like, oh, well, this for this right here, or this for this right. I said, but this showing right here is showing the happiness that's coming out of you right now. Mm-hmm. Because like before, you can still give her like some roses and everything, but then she was still stuck somewhere. Mm-hmm. I mean, we always talk about ourselves, so I mean, that's what we do. But then like now I said, oh, well, you know what? I know she probably might want these, but like this right here, it was like a different meaning right here. Mm-hmm. And so then when I told her, well, then when she saw them, because we came home, it was right there.
Yeah, they were delivered. They were delivered at the house.
And so whenever she saw, she said, well, what's these flowers? I said, well, these are the happy flowers. I said, because like now from where everything for what she done been through and everything like that, it wasn't a dark place anymore. So it was a light. She was in the light. It was like happiness coming into the light. So that's why she had like the happy flowers. And so she was like, I never thought about nothing like that. I said, well, that's why I do it. You don't. So, I mean, but I mean, you always look at, but like whenever that when you're always looking to like that intimacy, that intimacy, like, and right. And just like how the way Pastor Owens just said, intimacy is intentional. Right. This was intentional right here, because like now it's like, y'all was like, you're not in that sad dark place that you used to be. For some people may use roses or whatever to be like, this is time like to suck up the sorrow. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what some people like. Well, some people like, well, I want roses where I can feel like I'm loved. Well, ninja, you don't need roses like that every time. I mean, you can use a different flower. Right. That's gonna bring out the sunshine in you, or the light that God has in you and everything like that. Yo, like, let's take it up a notch. Mm-hmm. But, I'm sorry. I mean, no.
But that goes with not being stuck in the familiar place. Even with my husband, like prime example, my husband loves Reese's. Yes. For those who know my husband, if y'all like to get him some candy, y'all want to be thinking about him. He loves Reese's, right? Peanut butter cups. He loves the peanut butter cups. That he likes the miniature ones. He don't like the Reese's Pieces. But hey, fam, he don't like the Reese's Pieces. But he does like the miniature cups. He like the mini cups. He's not. Wait a minute. You stepping ahead of what I'm getting ready to say. Get ready, stepping ahead. But he loves Reese's, right? Now, when Daryl and I first got together, I would always surprise him with the milk chocolate Reese's, because that's what he loved, right? That was familiar to me. The milk chocolate Reese's. However, Reese's started a few years ago, started doing the white chocolate. And one time I couldn't find the milk chocolate, but I knew I wanted to get him some Reese's. So guess what I did? I had to step out of the familiar place of the milk chocolate and get him the white chocolate. Guess what he loves now? The white chocolate. He still eats the milk chocolate, but I know he loves the white chocolate. So that's what I do. That's in like Pastor Tamika was saying, it's intentional, but it's also a level of intimacy because I know him. I am intimate with him enough. I'm into him enough. I into him see enough that I know that he would prefer the white chocolate over the milk. And that is where we have to be in our relationships. What do that person prefer over than what we desire? That and it has to be in like we were saying, it has to be intentional. It has to be like, okay, well, my husband, we love to go get pizza, but he doesn't want to necessarily always do it at home. Or you know, he might want to go to a restaurant. Yesterday, I made this notice yesterday. So I had left work, been a long week. Y'all know I'm a teacher. And so with my new hours and everything like that, I leave early in the morning. And even though I get off early in the day, I leave from work and go to school, and which is only a little bit longer, y'all. Just I ain't gonna tell y'all just go. So anyway, side note, but but I leave from work and I go to school, right? So I can finish up these last few hours, and so and or sometimes I leave from work and I have a meeting, and now I have meetings, so I might not get off work till like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the evening. And then I turn around and I either go straight to school, or I turn around and we got, we might have rehearsal, or, our leaders may need something, or they may be preaching somewhere. So I'm going from work to wherever they're ministering at. It just depends. Daryl may have somewhere he got to go. So it's like pick him up. It's like a lot of a go, it's a lot of go. Wow. And so yesterday, my husband was like, hey, I want to see you before you go to school. I just want to see you. He knew I was coming home later, but in that moment, my husband needed to see me. And so
I was putting aside basketball.
Right. He put aside basketball. He's like, I just want to see you for a little bit before you go to school. And I could have easily said, well, honey, I got to get to school. And he was like, and out his mouth, that's what I could have said. And he said, honey, I know you're trying to go to school. I know you're going to finish you got to finish your hours. But I haven't seen you all day. We've been going. I just want to see you just for a few minutes. Right. I was like, okay, babe. And so I left from work, went straight to the house. And I was like, well, do you mind meeting me outside? He was like, no, I don't mind coming outside. So and I could pull up, and we're on the phone talking. And the first thing he said, yeah, there go my girl. There my babe. And he watched me pull in, and I get out the car, and he loves on me, and I love on him. And we just sit there, we chit chat, we talk, we hug, and all that kind of things, right? And I left there and I went because my sister called me and asked me to come do something. And I went to go see her. And the one thing I told her, a nugget that I told her, I said, the same kind of sacrifice that I can do for ministry, I need to do for my husband. Because the first type of ministry that our Pastor Omar, shout out to him, tells us all the time is our first ministry is at home, is marriage ministry. And so I had to go minister to my husband. No. Was it intimate? Was it sexual? No. He wanted to see his wife. Right. He wanted to spend that little bit of QT time. And that's why and that was important to him. Had I turned around and said, well, babe, I got to go to school. If I turned around and gave him attitude, when I got home, I might not have been received well when I got home later on that evening.
Right now,
I could have, there might have been a moment in that hug that my husband, I don't know what my husband might have been dealing with all day that day. And in that moment, I just saved him from going in and either second guessing himself, maybe send him, kept him from doing harm to himself, or going talking on the phone to somebody and he blow up. And all, I mean, I could that
It
don't
could've
know
went
what
so
that
many
hug.
different
Yeah,
ways.
that
Yeah.
hug could have went all different kind of ways. But if I had neglected it, it could have went bad. It could have went bad, but it didn't. And so in that moment, same thing for me. I needed the hug too. It wasn't just him. I needed that moment too, because I left there and said, I need to be connected to my husband. We've been going. We haven't had a moment for us. We haven't had time for us. And I was like, I needed that moment because it gave me the push to go to school, to get what I needed to get done at school. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna head home. And I said, and then he ended up talking about we're cooking dinner together. So I went out to get some stuff for dinner and came home. We watched a good show, or really watched basketball. We finished watching basketball and ate a good dinner, chit chat, laughed, and went to bed. And it was like, this is what we needed. We needed this moment. We needed this time. And it was important for the both of us. And the one thing, and we're going to end it here because, like I said, we got more to talk about.
Yeah.
And I felt y'all. Yeah, there's more to this because, like I said, going to what we're talking about with the hug. This was in this article that I read, and I'm not gonna read the scripture that went with it. We'll get into the scriptures and stuff next year because the scriptures that talk about intimacy, and we'll talk about those scriptures next week, the next time we talk. But this part of this scripture, an explanation for it said this: embracing your spouse is not just about giving them a hug. It's also about receiving them gladly and eagerly, accepting them willingly, and making yourself available to them. This is one simple, and they talk about the scripture, that speaks volumes to the fact that when you're married, it's important to make your spouse a top priority and to want them to feel desired in a physical and sexual way. But guess what? You also need to make them feel desired spiritually. Because in the spirit, and I'm going to say these things and then we're going to go. Spiritually, and I know my husband doesn't mind me keeping it hot.
Oh, no. Honest, open, transparent. That's what we do.
Spiritually, God was dealing with me and my husband in two different ways, right? Mm-hmm. There was things that, and Darren and I talked about it last night. There was things that God was dealing with him about, and he was catching and getting that I wasn't. There was things that God was dealing with me about that I was catching and getting and moving in it, and there wasn't. And then there was some things that God was trying to deal with us with as a team that one of us would get it and one of us wouldn't. One of us would jump on the bandwagon, one of us would kind of be skeptical, right? Mm-hmm. And so there was times when God would deal with me and my husband have to encourage me. And then there's times that God was dealing with my husband and I had to push my husband. And so even with that embracing part, I had to embrace the mantles and the callings and the gift that was in my husband and embrace what God was trying to do through him. And so it was my job as his wife to not just cover him and pray for him, but also let him know that through Christ, he can do anything. Mm-hmm. That it's my job, as he said earlier. That's why I was laughing about him talking about a wheelchair, about him being in the wheelchair. The wheelchair doesn't define who he is. You might associate him with the wheelchair because, yes, he's in a wheelchair. That's a fact. But the truth is he's not confined to the chair. The truth is that the chair doesn't define who he is.
Right.
Right. And I had to be sure he knew that. There was days when he didn't. And he felt that the wheelchair defined him. He
Right.
felt that the wheelchair confined him. And I had to be the wife that said, no, honey, because you're in a wheelchair and because you have this, there's a disability here, doesn't mean that you're disabled. Catch that.
Mm-hmm.
There is a disability, but you're not disabled. You are fully capable of doing whatever God has called for you to do. From the wheelchair or not, you're capable of doing it. And the same thing came with me. He had to tell me that the disability that was there was the second guess of myself and low confidence.
Right.
And my husband had to say, yes, there's that disability, but you're not disabled. You are fully capable of doing everything God tells you to do.
Right.
In full confidence. And I was like, okay, God. And we both had to sit there and really embrace that about each other and the mantles that we carry. They're not the same. But in the same token, we both want to glorify God and we both want to serve God. So that's our number one focus is, okay, are you serving God to the best of your ability? Are you giving God glory to the best of your ability through what he is having you to do? And if not, what can we do to fix it? What can I help you do to fix it?
Right.
You know, things like that. And then emotionally, it's same thing. When we're going through some stuff emotionally, and we both have, and as God is dealing with us and helping us to learn and to grow, there's some things that God is pulling out of us that we both have to deal with on an emotional level.
Right.
And it's things that hurt. There are things that from the past that we didn't deal with back in the day, not so much with us, but with us individually.
Right.
And because with that, God has showed me that I have to develop patience in his process. Dare had to develop patience in my process. And with that, that's another form of intimacy. And I have to see into him. He has to see into me. So that way we can know where to pray, where to cover, and where to push.
Right.
Okay, so we got one more comment I'm gonna show real quick. Is our sister Nalita. She said, yes, intimacy with the Lord. I was talking to one of my children last night about intimacy with God. And yes, intimacy with God is very important. And like one thing, I was looking at this article, and we'll talk more about it next week. The intimacy you have with God will help launch the intimacy with your spouse. The intimacy you have with God will help launch your intimacy with your friends, with your family, whomever. It will help. But that's the foundation of your intimacy. If you allow God to see into you, then you can allow others to see into you too. Those who God has called to see into you, who God has chosen and strategically placed. Because everybody that's around you is not supposed to be intimate with you. And we'll talk about that on next time around, okay? So with that being said, we love y'all. Shout out once again to all the covenant churches. I think some of them are still on, or they're catching in the background. They can always catch the rest of the replay. Right. But we thank y'all for showing up. That was really, really dope. That blessed our whole hearts. So shout out to our covering Apostle Janelle McCarver at KM at Kingdom Minded Citizens Worship Center. Shout out to Overseer and Pastor Farmer at Transformation Outreach Ministry. Shout out to Pastor Ronnie and Pastor Tamika Owens at The Well. And of course, shout out to Maximizing Life Family Worship Center, home of the Max Life Church here in Greensboro, with none other than Pastor Omar and Pastor Brandy Rojas. Thank y'all so much for showing up. Thank y'all so much for tuning in today. Shout out to all our viewers that was on, those who will catch the replay later. Thank you so much. Those who've been watching in the background, we appreciate y'all too. We thank you so much. This was a collab, and we didn't get to say that earlier. This was a crossover episode with Kicking It with Team Tisdale and Covenant Conversations. Thank y'all so much for understanding. We did have a second service last Sunday, so we had to be in place and to serve, and we thank y'all so much for that. For understanding, we got back a little late because we got caught up in Jesus, and so
And I fell asleep. I ain't gonna front.
Dale did. He fell asleep in the car on the way home. And so we thank y'all so much for understanding and letting us do this collab. This is not the first collab. So next week's show will be the part 2 of the importance of intimacy. So be sure that you tune in. Those who didn't catch the full episode, no worries. Go watch the replay and be sure that you tune in. And look, like I said, there's some stuff still coming to the horizon for Team Tisdale, and we're so excited to be a part of it. We love y'all so much. And then as we get ready to close it out, are you gonna change the music?
Yeah.
You keep it the music?
Yeah. I'm gonna change it.
You gonna go ahead and change it now? Because I'm about to.
It's acoustic stuff.
It's acoustic. So we get ready to change. As we get ready to close out, just remember that God loves you, and God wants to become intimate with you. It's not just with your spouse, it's not just with your family and your friends. God wants to be intimate with you. He wants to see into you and allow him to, intimacy, allow him to see into you, allow him to see, and as we ended the last show, if you don't know, if you haven't developed a relationship with him, you don't know him yet, but you feel him pulling on your heart, pulling those heartstrings. Go come meet us at one of these amazing churches that we mentioned earlier today. Get into one of these Bible teacher churches and allow us to help you develop a relationship with God. Just open your heart to him, open your mind to him, open your spirit to him, and say, Father, I need to become intimate with you. Please, I come in and dwell in me. God, I repent and I turn away from everything that's kept me from you. And Father, I want to know you. I believe that you died on the cross for me. I believe that you saved that on that cross, you redeemed me, and you redeemed me of all my sins, and that you have forgiven me, and I am already forgiven. And my friend, you are saved. We can say that you're saved, and you just have to believe it and get into one of these Bible teaching churches. Allow us to come and disciple to you, allow us to show you and guide you and nurture you and cultivate your new relationship with God. And for those who, got off the path, maybe you knew God, but you got off the path and you like, you know what? I want to come back. I want to become intimate with him again. Be sure that you just reach out to us. You can reach out to Team Tisdale. We'll connect you to the right way. We'll pray with you. And, same thing, God, I want to become intimate with you. Just pray the prayer. Lord, I want to rededicate my life to you. I want to become intimate with you again. God, I cheated on you with life. I cheated on you with my money. I cheated with you I put everything else before you, God, and I'm so sorry for having making something more important than you. And so, Father, I rededicate my life to you. I give it back to you, Father. I put it back in your hands so you can into me see again. And so, Father, clean those things up. And I believe you are rededicated to the Father, and the heavens are rejoicing. We are rejoicing with you. Right. And of course, if you need a place of worship, a place to call home, once again, there's 4 churches right here in the chat that you can join. 4 Bible teaching churches that will open their arms to you and have you come in and be ready to help you rock and roll in your new relationship with God. Okay? So with all that being said, we love y'all. Tune in. Hey. Hey, bro. We're ending the show. Go catch the replay. We love you. But with that being said, we love y'all. Be sure that you tune in. We invite you to our place of worship tomorrow morning at 9:13 a.m. Yes, I said 9:13, not 9:30, 9:13. That is where, okay, no problem. Catch us at our favorite place of worship at 9:13 a.m. You can join us in person or virtually, and we're looking forward to seeing you. And with that, all that being said, I am your girl.
I'm your boy.
Team Tisdale all day.
Day.
And welcome and thank you for watching Kicking It with Team Tisdale and Covenant Conversations. We'll talk to you soon. Love ya.
Yeah, I hit the gym, just opened up again. Reza, he loaded me up with 2 plates. Then I went home, baby, she made me a meal. She loaded me up with 2 plates. Jump on the whip, registered that in GA. I had to go get me new plates. Had to bought a crib, had to move out of New York. I'm really enjoying the space. Jump on the stick, pray that I don't gotta use it, but I got it just in case. You know what it is? People be talking online, but never say that to my face. Look at my wrist, ain't nothing